What's been the biggest thing that you've learned the past year?
Patience and trust. I think in the early days, like first few months, I was very impatient and I was struggling to like trust the larger vision at first and like very unorganized. I think trust in the sense of if it is like the right path and like the right calling, it will prevail. If it doesn't, then it wasn't right at the start. But yeah, not in like a passive sense at all, but just show up, be consistent, do what you need to do, and like trust the process. You hear that a lot, but I think that if you do the right things, if you're serving the right people, serving the right markets, making the right relationships, just like trust the process. I think with that maybe comes patience.
It's so interesting that actually trusting the process and following the process, which is really hard, like really, really hard, because you're always chasing like what's the next metric or what's the next like revenue that we can capture. But like trusting the process shows you the path forward, right? Because on so many days it feels like you're like slamming your head against a wall, right? And then you have like one day and it's like the most insane high, and there's other days where it's like insanely low, and the majority of days are insanely low, and the majority of days you're like, why am I doing this, right? I think for the past year for myself, it's been what is the one thing that I can do today to push forward, and then realizing like the majority of this is out of our control. I'm a control freak. I think everybody probably in a startup needs to be a control freak in some respects. It's funny because it's a paradox, right? You need to be able to work in a very unstructured organization and then also really care about the output and really care about like the devil's in the details, right? So I think very similar things on like trusting that these things are going to work out, but just pushing forward and then realizing like there are so many distractions and it takes stepping back and it takes patience.